I would like to welcome everyone to our virtual class this week. We will look at the DFT diagram. We will not have our regular quiz. We will look at the DFT and how it's broken down. So first, before we start, I would like to ask if you know this type of box. What do we call this type of box? This box is called the external entity. Okay. What does it represent? It represents a person or an organization or a system that interacts with the system you want to represent in the diagram. Okay. So next, what is the name of this arrow? These arrows. Yes, this is called the data flow arrows. It represents that how the data is flowed from one process to another or from another external entity to another. Okay. What do we call these boxes? Can you please all answer if you can? So these are called processes. Okay, a process. Okay, they are represent a use case or represent a process in regarding how to process the data that comes in and comes out. Okay. Next, what do we call these two boxes? Yes, their actual name, not database, but data store. Okay, they represent the data that's stored in. Either can be a database or a file or an Excel sheet or so on. Okay, they represent how the data is where the data is stored. Okay, so all of this represent the data flow diagram. All of this represents the data flow diagram. Okay, next, so we have a process. It can be represented like this or this. Each process will have a number, a name, a description, at least one input and output. Then we have the data flow, which look like an arrow. They have a name, a description, and one or more connection to a process. Then we have the data store, which they look like this or like this, where they have a number, a name, a description, one output, or one input. An external entity will have a name, a description, and it will look like this box. Any questions? Okay. Next, what is this called? This part of breaking down the DFT. This is a question for you guys. What is the breaking down part of DFT? What are they? What is the word that we use for breaking down? This part of the DFD is decomposed, or decomposition of the DFD. Okay, when we break it down into a small part or small levels. So we have something called the context diagram, which represents the external entities and the name of the system. Then it's broken down. So here you have a 0, it goes to level 0, and here you have the major processes, entities, and data stores. When we look at 2 and we want to break it down, we go into level 1 for process 2, and we break it down into small processes. If we want to break level 1, okay, what we do it beside in level 1. Okay, so what we write is level 1 for process 1, and we break it into small processes and connect them together. Also, if we want to do the same for process 3, what we do is level 1, and what we write is level 1 for process 3, and we break it down. Okay, and so on. So we could break it down into multiple levels. So this is a program that can be used to break down or to draw the DFD, where you have the label, which is the name of the process, the entry type, which type of item do you want. So we wanted a process, and it will draw you a process, the number on top of the process, and then we have the description of the process and the process description. So you could have the logic in here, and if you have any notes. Okay, so next, what is this called? This is the decomposition. Which level is it? What do we call it? Okay, we call this the context. The context diagram. Okay, this is the context diagram. How do we know? Because it has only one process, which is a whole system, and starts with 0. Then you have the entities that are involved and their data flows. Okay, after that we go into level 1, for example. Okay, so now the question is, how do we change a use case to a DFD? So what we do is the name of the use case will become the process. Okay, the number or the ID will become the number on top of the process. Okay, the primary actor is the person who involved, so we create it as an actor. Okay, as an entity. And if we have the major inputs, you could see that the source, so the input comes from the customer, so the customer name, also another thing, offer price, and another thing, customer dealer options. Okay, so this becomes here the process, the inputs. So these are the inputs. Okay, and new vehicle information, you get it from the database. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so the database, you get it from the database, so you write a data store or a file or whatever. So the new information comes from the database where we call it vehicle information. Is this understood on how to create a DFD from a use case? Perfect. Perfect. So now this is level 0, and we could go to level 1, where you have here, you could see it's cut from process 3, and it goes down and so on. So within the DFT, each process must have a unique name, at least one input and output, as we said. The output data flow has different names than the inputs. There are between 3 to 7 processes per DFT. So per DFT, per level, or per box, you have 7 processes. Data flow must be unique, the same. It must have at least it must connect at least to one process. The minimum number of lines of the process. Data flow only have one direction. Data stores, every data store must be unique, at least one input and at least one output. So for the external entity must be unique and at least have one input or one output. Any questions? Is there any questions? Okay, so for next week face-to-face, we will have a quiz, okay, which will be 2.5% of your course, and it will be multiple choice questions and true and false. It might take 10 to 15 minutes. So you must come. There will be no retake. Also, the chapters. It will cover from chapter 1 till chapter 5. Okay? Your midterm will be from chapter 1 till chapter 6. Please note that the quiz will be at the beginning of the class, not the end of the class. Another thing, assignment 2 is now available, public. Also, the assignment deadline will change to the 1st of November 2015. So that means after your midterm exam. Okay. Regarding how do you draw diagrams and what software do you want to use, what software where to use, I recommend من dia. Okay. So I'll show you dia. Just give me a moment. Can you see my screen share? Okay, so this is dia diagram editor, where you could download it. It's for free. Good. It's for Windows and Linux and Mac. It's an open source software, and it's a very simple software. Simple regarding diagrams. It has all type of diagrams, and you could use it. Okay. So dia, I recommend you could use it either for your assignments or for your future work. Midterm will be from chapter 1 to 6. We will cover chapter 6 inshallah next week. Any questions? Yeah, you could use whatever, but what I recommend is dia. If anyone who are confused in regard to what to use and want to use other things, if you want to use other tools, that's fine. It's your choice. However, if you don't know what to use dia. Okay? Any questions? The quiz from chapter 1 till 5, as I wrote here. Quiz will be from chapter 1 till 5. Okay? As I said here also, I already said it and wrote it, is 2.5% of your course. Any questions? Assignment 2 will change to the 1st of November after your midterm exam, your deadline.